Really cut that out. Okay, final thing that I hate today. So this one's a little bit spicy. We have a few younger audiences in the crowd, so I'll try to make this PG rated as much as I can. Okay, there's an article from the Daily Mail, and there's another article in Salon today talking about sex robots. Now, this has become a new thing that's been pushed by a lot of members of the media. Sex robots are going to take over the future, which is going to put... Mr. President, calm down out there. I mean, hardest hit, if sex robots take over the future, hardest hit Stormy Daniels, right? But the argument that is now being made is that sex robots could one day help failing marriages. This is according to the Daily Mail. According to an economics professor at the University of British Columbia, and who would you talk to about relationships other than an economics professor? The futuristic droids could improve marriages by making husbands and wives focus more on love and parenting instead of sexual compatibility. In a book called Robot Sex, Social and Ethical Implications, hot seller, Professor Marina Adshade claims the advent of sex robots will change our societal norms around marriage, particularly when it comes to monogamy. She refers to this phenomenon as sex bot-induced social change, and she says that it'll be just like birth control. She says, this availability will give couples greater opportunity to define their own types of marriages. Now, the part of this that's deeply troubling is the idea that the goal of your sex life is solely sexual pleasure. And this, of course, has been a cause on the left for a very, very long time. The idea that you are supposed to separate off relationships and love from sex. You're supposed to separate off sex's role in the creation and bearing of children from actual sexual pleasure. Sexual pleasure is the be-all, end-all. It's the only thing that matters. And so the natural outgrowth of that is if you can have sex with a robot, but you can live with somebody you like, but you don't actually want to have sex with them, that is totally cool. It's a new kind of marriage. One of the things about marriage that marriage is designed to do, marriage is designed to allow you to have sex with a person, presumably of the opposite sex, who you then produce children with, and it's designed to teach you to grow up. Really, that's what marriage is designed to do. It's to teach you to become an adult. Our society has this really adolescent view of what marriage is, that marriage, or what sex is. That sex is supposed to be, every relationship you ever have is supposed to be like that first time in the back of a pickup truck when you were 17. That's what sex is going to be like your entire life, and that's what sex should always be. And that if sex isn't like that, something is missing in your relationship because your relationship is built around sex. And she's saying the predictable outgrowth of that is, okay, well, it's not going to be like that with your wife because you both get older, you know each other better, and there isn't that same excitement. And that's true, so why not just shtup a robot? Right? Why not go after Rosie from the Jetsons? And the answer is, first of all, don't harass the help. But second of all, sexual compatibility is something that actually is built over time. Okay, there is the initial sexual spark, obviously, but sexual compatibility is something that grows and changes within a marriage. And sex becomes not just a form of physical stimulus, it becomes a form of emotional bonding with your spouse. Now, this is why sex within marriage is particularly important for women, because the truth is that women have been disproportionately harmed by the promiscuous sexual mentality of modern society, because women inherently are built evolutionarily to connect emotion with sex in a way that men simply are not. But this is what teaches men to become men, to curb their own behavior, to actually treat women like human beings and not just sex objects. Having sex confined within marriage makes men better men. It makes them better. And if they are treating their spouses badly, if they are treating women badly within marriage because they have an adolescent view of sex, that's because they need to grow up. And I'd like all the dudes in the audience to notice something. Most of the cheers that are happening right now are from the ladies in the audience. Because you know what? It turns out that what ladies actually want is not what Ariana Grande says they want in her music videos. What ladies actually want is to get married and be married to one person and have children for that one person, with that one person, okay, and to form a partnership with that one person and to grow and change and love for their whole life. That is what women are looking for. And if you're a good man, that is what you're looking for too. So the commercialization of sex is merely an outgrowth of prior commercialization, so it's an inevitable thing that eventually we'll get to the point where we're having sex with inanimate objects and then bragging to ourselves about how we've made society a better place. We've made society an infinitely worse place. If you want to have a solid relationship, if you want to have a better life, if you want to be a better person, right, which should be your goal, it should be your telos, your Aristotelian goal in life. It should be your telos in life, to become a better person, to use your reason and not your genitals as your guiding force. Okay, if that is the case, then yes, sex has a wonderful and glorious and fun place within life, but to make it the sole goal of a relationship, or to take it outside of a relationship altogether, is to rob it of its actual importance and meaning.